therefore, to make a sacrifice, yes, by staying at home, by asking business people to close their doors on that day, by asking self-employed maxi taxi owners, taxi drivers, small business people, vendors, to make a sacrifice for the long-term benefit of themselves, their families, and the nation of Trinidad and Tobago. Because crime and violence is totally out of control in this country. As unions, for example, we have had members who have been shot, worker at TTUTA a couple of weeks ago, shot on the job. Prisons officers, 2 of them, 1 shot and killed, and 1 shot and wounded. Members of Communication Workers Union, ODQ at TTUTA, TSTT, other workers have been robbed, held up, assaulted, and other workers are affected as well throughout our various workplaces. Bank workers have been put at risk and so on, and many other members. Teachers have been affected by crime. Students are now being affected. So all of us are affected, and therefore we need to do something now to invest in the future, both of ourselves and our families, and of the country as a whole. And therefore, the sacrifice that we are asking people to make is really very small in relation to the wider good that would arise from staying at home on Monday the 23rd and Tuesday the 24th. We believe that individual struggles and efforts in which all of our various organizations have been a part of cannot solve the fundamental problems that are affecting the country at this time. And hence, the reason for all of us coming together under the umbrella of the people's democracy. What citizens need to do is to begin to break free of the fear that they have, fear of taking action. Because when you have fear and therefore you are paralyzed by that fear, then the problems and the crises will get worse. And those who wish to continue to perpetuate injustice and inequity, those who wish to perpetuate wrong in the society, will flourish and prosper and succeed. And therefore we have to break free of that fear and break free of the paralysis of inaction and come together. And that is what the People's Democracy is offering, this opportunity for all of us to break free of the fear and to take collective action, and therefore to rescue Trinidad and Tobago. Now is the time. Tomorrow is going to be too late. Now is the time for us to take the action. Today, as you see, we have representatives of many groups, and in the People's Democracy, there are more than 40 organizations, and the numbers who are participating grow from the time that we have grown from the time that we announced on the 25th of October to now. So that, for example, today we have with us Women Working for Social Progress. They're represented here this morning, working women. They were not with us in our initial announcement, but they have joined with us. And that shows that we are growing. TTUTA has joined us since our initial announcement, and that has been very important. We have, therefore, virtually the entire labor movement in the country. We have here this morning as well the farmers' organizations. We have a number of farmers' organizations. The Waterfield farmers are here. The cattle farmers are here with us this morning, and there are other farmers' organizations that are members of the People's Democracy. We have young people with us as well. Trinidad Youth Council is represented here this morning, and we have other young people participating. We have some very important social movements, and you would recognize, of course, Renata Teixeira to my right and her colleague Juan to my left, who are part of One Voice, a very important social movement, as well as Brother Stephen Cadiz, who has been leading Yes TT, and before that the Keith Noel 136 Committee, campaigning on the issue of crime and violence, on the issue of governance, and so on in Trinidad and Tobago. And that's another very important social movement. So that what we are presenting here today and what is behind and part of the People's Democracy is a broad coalition of organizations. Labor, united, not separate here, not Natuk and Fighton and so on. Labor, united here today, and social movements here, NGOs, community-based organizations, are all part of the People's Democracy, and we are growing, and we will certainly have more even before we get to Friday. So that is what we want to say, and to invite people once again. Wear red Friday and Saturday. Now is the time. Join us in our rally, 1:30, Sunday the 22nd, Woodford Square. Now is the time. And stay at home, Monday 23rd, Tuesday 24th. Now is the time. Tomorrow is too late.